I'd like to call the meeting to order. Paula, could you take roll call?
Certainly. Mark Miller,
Present.
Chris Carlson,
Here.
Paula Pruitt, all present.
I'd like to make a motion to approve last month's minutes.
Motion?
Second.
Favor?
Aye. You did it right.
Chris, could you go over the budget piece?
Yes.
All right, so we did get our deposit from Sedgwick County last month, and our deposit is was about $1,086,000. So we started the month out at $1,233,138.42. We had $285,000 in expenditures. Our current balance is $948,053.13. The large expenditures we had is we paid the city we paid City of Wichita for 127th Street. That was $138,000. And then we have kicked off the road projects. We've kicked off the projects for that are down south that Apex Shears has. So we're going to start rolling all the road projects and the drainage stuff. So we're going to start seeing a lot of bills coming through. But otherwise, we did have a high gas bill last month. We are rectifying the problem. So we can, and if you want to talk about that, we can talk about that in the new business. So any questions on the Treasury report?
No,
Motion to approve.
I make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, Marco?
Chris, do you have the road assessors report?
Yes. So we're
We doesn't give one moment here.
we're gonna the project on the list of projects that we got cited for this year. We've decided to go with.
Love having a website.
I can get back to you if you want. Yeah, do that.
Paula, do you have any old business?
No.
Chris, could you think of any old business?
Old business? No.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is Villas 2 once again. I keep on emailing the county, and Greg Buchan is still running that aspect of it, but still no resolution there.
I did hear something on it. I don't know if I heard it from you or heard somebody else. So that island that's in the middle of the parking area,
Okay.
it's actually deeded to somebody private.
On the other side?
There's I don't know, there's some island out there that's so that basically it would be completely for the city for that to go public, that island has to go public. It is deeded to somebody private, has been for 4 years. And they don't know who it is, they can't find the person, they don't have record of them, so they're talking about what they can do is they can put a tax lien on it. And if no one comes forward on the tax lien, then they can just take it by eminent domain.
Where'd you hear this from?
If I didn't hear from you, I heard it from Mike Payne.
Okay. That sounds like a Mike Payne thing.
Yeah. Because he's still involved with a lot of that stuff over there.
I will talk to Greg tomorrow. I'll give him a call on my drive. Give me something to do, and I'll try to get a better.
And that's what's holding everything up because they can't deed it over because the village doesn't own it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still pulling it up?
I got it up. Okay. So, road projects. So this year we're gonna do North Point East mill and overlay, and we're gonna do North Point East gutter replacement. It looks like we're gonna go ahead and do North Point East in the meadows. We're gonna seal the asphalt. Overbrook, we're gonna seal the asphalt we did 2 years ago, and that'll buy us 10 years before we have to touch it again. We're gonna do Lahoma and Clark down south. We're gonna do the intersection repair. We're gonna do the asphalt patching at Sunswept Highlands. We're gonna do crack repair on Richfield. We have the road repair on Crest. We're gonna extend the paving, the paved curb at 159th and Harry. We're gonna do concrete repair in the Overbrook cul-de-sacs. That was something that was brought to us by, what's going to be,
Megan.
Megan, thank you. Yes, Megan. Megan was talking about the concrete was separating and expanding in the cul-de-sacs, and so we're getting that fixed. We're looking at possibly sealing the asphalt at Pinnacle. We're going to do a security fence right here at the building. We've already had our cable on our other drive cut a couple of times. John's had to deal with, so we're going to put a security fence and a security gate across the front, especially with all this construction going on out front. And then we're talking about sealing the asphalt at the trees addition too, but we may wait one more year before we do that one. So that's the road projects that we have in the hopper. I talked to APAC Shears, and they are going to continue. They're going to start as soon as they can. So as soon as the weather is decent enough, they're going to start the work that we need done. So that can all be front end loaded for the spring, so we know how our year went. But that's all I have on the roads report.
Thank you. New business. I've got a couple things, but Chris, would you like to go first? Do you have anything?
I have one then. So the county has brought to my attention that we do not have a current compensation resolution on file. We have to do a new compensation resolution per the Kansas statutes. And basically this is a statement that says what each of us gets paid for our positions. And it has to be published in the paper for 2 weeks, and then it goes on file at the county, and it has to stay filed there until somebody's pay changes. Okay. So I make a motion to approve compensation resolution for the current salaries that are listed for Minnehaha Township employees. All in favor?
Aye.
Or motion to approve, I guess.
Make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion's approved. I will fill the form out, and I'll send it to each of you to sign, and then we'll post it.
Okay. No idea who do business.
I don't.
I visit the cemetery once in a while, and I try to logistically keep up with. Every month I try to do a little bit there because we do own it, as everybody knows. I was there a couple weeks ago to try to still get a grasp on keeping up with the list that I have. And the gate, or not the gate, but the sign was blown down to the entrance. The wind had finally taken its toll on it. So instead of just putting up a sign again, I think since this is actually one of the oldest cemeteries in the county, let alone the state, I think the first burial was like 1835, if I remember off the top of my head. So it's got a lot of history, and it's really neat. And I was thinking about maybe looking into something a little bit better looking than just a big rectangular sign with our names. I know that there's some faces that have like an arch as you go in and out of it with the name of the cemetery. And so I was just going to start looking into what the costs of that will be, because we don't get any tax revenue from it. So I don't want to exceed anything, but at least I can keep everybody posted. And maybe as far as a historical thing for the township, we could look into that and maybe come up with a resolution on what we would like. There's also a few things in the cemetery that need addressed as far as maintenance, and I was going to hit John up here and talk to him about those things so we can keep those costs in-house. But the road, as you go towards the most northern part, is actually the road has kind of started going into somebody's plot, so somebody's being driven on, and the headstone has literally been pushed over. And so the headstone needs to be fixed. And the family members aren't going to come and visit them because this person was buried like in 1915, I think. But it's a nice headstone that has survived for many years. But we need to get that fixed, maybe figure out a way to rework the road so it has a better angle. They aren't the widest roads. probably half the size of Springdale roads. So it's just kind of a path leading through there. But I was going to talk to John and see what we can do, and maybe he can get a hold of some of our subcontractors to do some of the dirt work if we didn't do that. That's all I got for new business. John, if you wanted to share with what you've done, or I can.
Go ahead.
John has done half of Eastboro already with the street sweeper.
Yeah, over half, yeah.
We fixed a little fuel snafu, so we got that fixed, and now we'll get the vehicle filled up again and go back out there to finish up the other half of Eastboro. How many other roads have you done other than Eastboro? Is that it so far?
That's it so far.
That's it so
But we got a guy coming to show us how to service that.
Okay.
Right.
John's been still dealing with the maintenance of the vehicles. I guess the plow was on the dump truck was hit several years ago, and it's never really been aligned. So John's been looking into how we can get that fixed and lined up better so it works efficiently. Help me out if I missed some of the key points.
Snow removal.
Snow removal. You've been working that the last. So what we do have 2 of them already in the last month. A little bit of snow ice buildup.
I went out Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
And you were out 2 weeks before that too.
Yeah.
So as a one-man show so far, he's been doing well.
Yeah, we did receive feedback from Sunspoke Highlands and Overbrook that they were very appreciative of what John was doing.
It's good.
And that's all I got. I'd like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Questions? Anyone?
Just talking about you, Megan, just
Yeah.
5 minutes ago.
What'd you say?
I'll
I've
get
got
your things.
I've got APAC slated to go fix the concrete in those cul-de-sacs.
All right.
So, as soon as the weather is good enough to do it, they're going to start all the work we have slated for them, and that's on the list of work.
Thank you.
But other than that, any other questions? You're the only resident that showed.
Well, I think everybody got caught by last Tuesday was the first day, and then I got caught because I called someone earlier and they called back right in time for this meeting.
Well, did you have anything on your mind?
Well, I was just seeing what was going on. I was just
Yeah, I posted the website, all the projects that we plan on doing.
oh really?
2022. Yeah, go into the government tab.
Okay.
There's a tab that says 2022 projects. That's what we're going to do this year as far as major road projects. And then, of course, we'll run the same maintenance we always do with the mowing, the weed eating, and typical.
And I do think they shoveled, which was really nice.
And there's no they. It's that gentleman right there.
Thank you. He.
That is John.
Thank you.
John is the only employee we have. So, we've had some calls that everybody said John's doing a great job. So, but anything else?
No,
Okay.
no. I'll see if there's.
Okay.
No, what can I do? I'll start on.
Yeah.
Hi, girl.